Let me bring in the Congress on that point. Just stay with me. The Congress, Mr. Shergill, being extremely gratuitous to the Aam Aadmi Party, we were told before the elections that Congress candidates had been told that if you're losing, if you think that you're not going to win, support the Aam Aadmi Party. Is this in line with your assessments earlier, or am I being a little mischievous by suggesting this? I want your reaction. Congress down to 1 seat. What's happening? You're wiped out, sir. You're no longer relevant in the union capital.
Rahul, definitely, I'm going to be very candid with you. It's not a very rosy morning as far as Congress is concerned. And yes, looking at the trends, definitely it's a question whether we cross the number of 8, what we achieved last time around, or not. And clearly, people of Delhi want Mr. Arvind Kejriwal to lead and represent them. But yes, I would say you were being mischievous when you said we were actually told to, if we are losing, to support. I think that's over-speculative.
You're down 7. You're down 7 from last time. No. Mr. Markan is trailing.
No,
I mean, you know, there has to be some rationale for what is happening. You're down to 1 seat. We don't even know if you're going to hold on to these are trends. They've been changing. We've seen you go down further. You had what, about 45 minutes back. Now you're at 1.
The rationale is this.
Sorry?
Rahul, I'm going to tell you the rationale. Definitely, it's a setback. Clearly, we are not able to realign.
So where does the Congress go from here? It's not exactly.
The Congress only goes
Kartikeya Sharma says it's a blow. It's not just a setback. You need to stop being facile.
No.
You need to be absolutely addressing this. This
Rahul,
is a decline in the union capital of the country, sir.
Rahul,
you were the only other.
I am with you. I am with you.
Okay.
It's a grave situation of worry for us as
so
a
is
party.
Rahul Gandhi going to answer? Who takes responsibility in the Congress?
Mr. Markan has already gave a statement yesterday that he was leading the campaign. He takes the full responsibility, and having said that, every worker or everybody connected remotely on behalf of the Congress party is responsible for this.
So you found a fall guy in Mr. Markan. Found a fall guy in Mr. Markan. That's convenient, isn't it? That's convenient. How many fall guys are you going to find?
Not at all. Not at all. Rahul, defeat is a defeat. There is no ifs and buts to it. There is no justification to a defeat.
The panel has questions for you.
We have suffered a big... yes, of course.
The panel has questions for you, Veer Sanghvi.
We've heard, and you're welcome to comment on this, you heard it too, that Mr. Markan, who as we all know is an honorable man, in many ways the best chief minister Delhi never had, will now offer to resign. And perhaps because he resigns, other general secretaries will follow his lead. Have you heard that also?
No, sir. There are no reports or confirmation as to whether Mr. Markan is resigning or not. But yes, as far as taking responsibility is concerned, being the chief of the campaign, he's taking that responsibility.
Ashutosh, the chief of the campaign, they're speaking. Let's listen in.
एक नई राजनीतिक संस्कृति की शुरुआत होगी और ये भारत की राजनीति में टर्निंग पॉइंट साबित होगा।
2/3 बहुमत की ओर बढ़ सकते हैं।
उससे ज़्यादा भी आंकला जा सकता है। जी बिल्कुल आ रही है आपकी आवाज़।
कुछ तो बहुत होंगे आज आप।
सुकून का दिन है। मैंने आज दिन की शुरुआत की थी ये कहते हुए कि उम्मीद का दिन है। ये दिए और आंधी की लड़ाई है, उसके परिणाम का दिन है और दिया जीतेगा। अरविंद भाई बार बार कहते हैं जब जुनून और पैसे में जंग होती है तो जुनून जीतता है। वो जुनून जीत रहा है। वो रथ जो देश में चल रहा था, कम से कम कुछ क्षण के लिए वो रथ रुक गया है। वो उम्मीद का दिया जो लोगों ने सोचा था कहीं बुझ गया है, वो दिया दोबारा जल उठा है। और हम तो सिर्फ एक निमित्त हैं। हम लोग कौन हैं? इतनी बड़ी ताकत, सत्ता, पैसे के खिलाफ खड़े होने की हमारी क्या औकात थी? लेकिन दिल्ली के आम आदमी ने अपने कंधे पे बैठा लिया हम छोटे छोटे लोगों को और कहा कि तुम लड़ सकते हो। तो आम आदमी पार्टी को नहीं, उस आम आदमी को मैं सलाम करूंगा जिसने अपनी हिम्मत से दिखा दिया कि लोकतंत्र में लोक बड़ा होता है, तंत्र छोटा होता है।
अर्ली ट्रेंड में सब आपको लगता है अभी कुछ और बदलाव हो सकता है, या अभी जो बढ़त आपको मिल रही है वो लगातार बनी रहेगी और 2/3 पार कर पाएंगे आप?
पिछले 20-25 साल से मैंने जो चुनाव देखे हैं, चुनावों की गिनती देखी है, उसके हिसाब से मैं कहूँगा कि अब तो स्पष्ट लगता है कि आम आदमी पार्टी 50 का आंकड़ा क्रॉस कर जाएगी। और आम आदमी पार्टी की तरफ से जो मैंने भविष्यवाणी की थी कि सबसे संभावित यही है कि हमें 51 सीट मिलेंगे, लेकिन तब साथ में कहा था कि संभावना ये है कि हम 57 तक चले जाएं।
Well, we'll keep going back to the Aam Aadmi Party. They're going to be talking from every rooftop today. Let me tell you that. They're going to be talking from every rooftop. We are not going to have any paucity or shortage of Aam Aadmi Party spokespeople. What we might have, of course, is a paucity of ideas from the Bharatiya Janata Party. The Mamata Banerjee and other regional satraps are jumping in. Mamata Banerjee tweeting Atar, and I just want to come across to you also there. Mamata Banerjee already saying that this is a massive game-changing election, and it was something that was required. You've got some figures with you, some other details. Take us through.
This is very interesting, Rahul. This is the highest since 1993. If you look at it right now, these trends, if they hold, Rahul, could be the highest since 1993. The last highest, of course, was Congress in 1998 when they got 52 seats and they got 48% of the vote share back then. This time around, if these trends keep going up, and right now the AAP is at 56
yeah,
seats.
That's it.
Trends.
There they are, 56.
There you go, the big blue bar graph there. If it holds, really, this could be the highest trends and the highest mandate since 1990.
I don't know who the other is, but we're getting indication it might be the BSP. Is that confirmed? Are you getting that?
There's one very strong BSP candidate there. I keep forgetting his name right now, but that perhaps could be
Well, I don't blame you, because everyone's attention has been on Aam Aadmi Party and the Bharatiya Janata Party. BSP is bringing a bit of a surprise. Mr. Vora, what do you put this down to? BSP coming up on one particular seat.
Well, you know, there was one particular seat in Trans Yamuna, I can't remember which one, where BSP was doing exceedingly well.
Okay.
And there was also this INLD factor in Najafgarh, where Bharat Singh was doing extremely well. So I don't know which one of the two seats, you know, is going to the others.
Okay.
Looking a bit into the future, into the UP election in 2017, in case the central government performance is seen as lackluster, then it's my guess that the BSP is going to be the single largest party
Professor Nalapat,
in the
the
UP
BJP
assembly.
responding, look at them. They're down there. If you can see here, down at 13, completely down there. Let's listen in. Shahnawaz Hussain.
नहीं, किरण बेदी जी के नेतृत्व में जरूर लड़े, लेकिन दिल्ली में हम सामूहिक नेतृत्व में लड़े। किरण बेदी जी उसका नेतृत्व कर रही थी और दिल्ली में क्योंकि कांग्रेस पार्टी पूरी तरह से खत्म हो गई और जो कांग्रेस का वोट है वो आम आदमी पार्टी की शिफ्ट से इस तरह के नतीजे हैं। हमारा जो वोट है वो इंटैक्ट है, लेकिन कांग्रेस का जो वोट है वो आम आदमी पार्टी की तरफ शिफ्ट हो गया, इसलिए ये नतीजे आए।
They say that it's only because of the Congress. Look at the BJP 12. Even if there was a shift of the Congress, are we giving the Congress too much credit for this victory for the Aam Aadmi Party? That's what the BJP seems to be suggesting.
It seems it's not just the Congress party's vote share that the Aam Aadmi Party has gotten right now. The BJP's traditional seats also, if you go by these figures, of course, they've made a very serious dent in traditional BJP vote seats as well. If we can go back to the maps in just a moment, Rahul, we'll see where all the Aam Aadmi Party has consolidated. Right now, what we understand could give the viewers some new information. Somnath Bharti, Malviya Nagar, Aam Aadmi Party is actually trailing right now. Ajay Maken is trailing by more than 3,400 votes. That's a huge. That's a huge trail that there is. Alka Lama leading from Chandni Chowk, Krishna Tirath leading from Patel Nagar. That's important for her. Kiran Bedi, you already told the viewers 282 votes right now. This is important. All the AAP deserters who had deserted the Aam Aadmi Party crossed over to the BJP. They're all trailing right now. That's a very interesting.
Let me go across to Sanjay Kaul. He joins us. Sanjay Kaul, you were closely monitoring this campaign for the party, closely also managing time that Kiran Bedi was sort of, giving out and managing her campaign also. She's trailing in Krishna Nagar. Your party is decimated. In fact, in the Lok Sabha elections, the Aam Aadmi Party at 10, the others at 0. It's a complete reversal. You're at 11 as of now. I know these trends will change, but they won't change dramatically anymore. 57 for the Aam Aadmi Party. Even Yogendra Yadav underestimated this.
Well, yeah, without doubt, the trends are completely at variance with the expectations of the party. There is absolutely no doubt about that. And you're also right in saying that even if there's a reversal, it's unlikely to be of the order to change things in a more dramatic, in any dramatic manner. So yes, absolutely. And there's a lot to probably learn and think about, and I'm sure that's going to happen. But as things stand, I think it also underlines basically the larger theme, which was of a subliminal rejection of, at some levels or at many levels, of what the BJP's campaign was all about in terms of the way it was handled, in terms of what we did. There
what are you
going to be
saying?
lots to learn and lots to think about.
Handled
I'm
in
sure,
what
yes.
sense? Sanjay Kaul, you threw in half the cabinet, you got several chief ministers, you ran a negative campaign against Mr. Kejriwal, calling him a bhagoda. Who was instrumental in putting this campaign together? Let's name some names, let's have some accountability. You've accused the Congress of rejecting accountability. The BJP cut from a very different cloth. I'm sure you're not going to hold back.
No, of course we are accountable, and in the sense that we are accountable to the electorate, and it has given us, just a minute, and I mean, I'm saying in the sense that when you are elected, you are accountable, and when you are not, then you're accountable to your own party, and you have to explore exactly why, what happened. So I think we'll do that. That's an internal assessment. Since we are not been mandated by the people, as it would seem at this point in time, I think there'll be a lot to think about and worry about, because yes, this is quite a reversal of fortune in that sense. This is quite a setback. This is a shock. But
no, one second. If you say that the mandate is quite clearly against you, and for Mr. Kejriwal, it's also a mandate for all the promises he's made, the central government will have to really walk shoulder to shoulder with Mr. Kejriwal to deliver some of those promises. He's talked about full statehood for Delhi. He's talked about a DISCOM audit. He's talked about cutting electricity tariffs by 50%. He's talked about generating more power by setting up power stations at bulkheads. He's talked about getting more land and the police under him. Are you going to walk this because that's what the people of Delhi want, or are you going to ignore it?
We'll have to see how this pans out. You know, some of the claims made in the manifesto of the Aam Aadmi Party, we have repeatedly said, are a little out of gear with reality. But like I said, this is really no time to quibble. I think this is you have to hand it to them. The people of Delhi seem to have indicated their preferences, and these are indications still. And I think one has to live with that.
Okay, stay on with me. Stay on with me. Jaiveer Shergill of the Congress is with us. Look at what's happening, Mr. Shergill. You're sort of umming and ahhing at this moment about who's responsible, but Congress workers, at least alleged Congress workers on our screens here, outside the Congress headquarters with Priyanka Gandhi posters. What's happening? Is this going to see Rahul Gandhi coming into the picture quicker than earlier as estimated? Are we going to see that? What's happening in your party?
No, Rahul, I think this is, highly speculative right now to say what is going to happen in the future. I think we all need to hunker down and, come up with a game plan, because clearly whatever game plan we have right now is not working, and we are not able to align ourselves with the aspirations of the people.
Okay, let me turn it around.
Really
Whose victory is it really? Whose victory is it? Is it Arvind Kejriwal's victory? Is it the people of Delhi's victory, if I'm going to be really facile and obviously state the obvious? Whose victory? Is it a mandate for change, proactive
Rahul,
governance?
This is the victory of the people of Delhi. Of course, they want Mr. Kejriwal. They see him as their, they want to reimpose their faith in him, despite his 49 days short tenure. This is the people of Delhi. And also, it's a victory of the fact that people actually want to see something working on the ground. And I think BJP workers are going to be in a shock, because if I may use the word, this time they will see their God actually bleeds. This is their first cut on their God, Mr. Narendra Modi. All the votes were sought in the name of Mr. Narendra Modi. I'm actually, today I'm in no place to make a comment, but I'm candid enough to accept my defeat. But all the BJP spokespersons are running around to say, no, this is not a Modi. But in every rally, they sought votes not in the name of Kiran Bedi, but in the name of Mr. Narendra Modi. And they should be candid enough to accept that, yes, Modi experiment is failing. The honeymoon period is over. Our vote share, Congress vote share, has gone to Aam Aadmi Party. But today, people want a secular government. People want a government which actually...
Sanjay Kaul, would you like to respond to Jaiveer Shergill? Sanjay Kaul, respond.
Yeah. I'd like to just point out the pathetic condition of people who come on national television, instead of worrying about their own stuff, want to call people names and make pointed remarks about another party and their leaders. Why don't you just focus on your own job? It's hardly becoming of somebody to come on national television and talk about Mr. Narendra Modi.
You did that entire election. You fought this entire election attacking personalities.
Come on.
I don't think so today you're in a position.
I don't
replay
even
the tapes of your spokespersons of Mr. Narendra Modi.
Why are you being so childish repeatedly about this?
No.
We made no reference to you. Mr. Shergill, Stay out of it.
Today, you should accept this is a referendum.
It's in bad
UPA was
taste.
in power for 10 years at the center. We were in Delhi for 15 years. Today, this is reflective of the government in the center. That's all
You
I'm
are a
saying.
non-player.
And you're a genuine spokesperson.
Will somebody,
you should be,
will
you should
somebody
be candid enough
advise
to
the
accept
gentleman?
This is
Then
the
either you're
first
not listening
expose
or you're so
how
caught
your
up with what
government
you're
is
saying.
performing.
No, 1 second.
I think either you're not listening or you are so occupied with what you are saying.
Well,
you
don't grudge
listen.
the Congress.
The fact of the matter
it's
is
one opportunity, even in loss, to attack
first-
Mr. Modi. I think you should look at it from that point of view
Yeah.
and perhaps laugh it off. But 1 second.
Really?
1 second. I'm just 1 second. Mr. Shergill, bear with me. I want to bring in the panel. The panel has questions for Mr. Sanjay Kaul. Who's going first? Veer Sanghvi, are you going first? Professor Nalapat, who's going first? Professor Nalapat,
Well,
okay.
you know, I simply want to say, Rahul, I would have been much happier.
What's your question?
My question is very simple. Why aren't people like Sanjay Kaul candidates? Why weren't they candidates in the election? Well, you know, we saw Harshvardhan being out. We saw good people in the party, and there are many out. And quite frankly, a lot of very lackluster candidates were selected. And the point of the matter is the BJP has got to have strong candidates. It can't just have people who will just stand faceless individuals who will depend entirely on the top leadership. They've got to have their own people with their own standing. And I would have, as I said, I'd repeat, I would have been far happier if I saw somebody like Sanjay Kaul, for example, get a ticket. I know it's embarrassing for Sanjay Kaul if I say this.
As a matter of fact, there were...
Mr. Kaul, you need to respond there. Question for you.
No, with respect and for the kind word that you have spoken to me and any